So you were initially from Shanghai, and then you moved over to Philly, and you got your first job in real estate, and your second job in real estate. You started to learn how to sell. Would
Mhm.
you consider yourself more of a emotional, intelligent type of person where you understand people? Like, was that something that you sort of like realized about yourself, and then you got into sales, or was it just something that you just someone pushed you into, and then you discovered it?
I think it has a lot to do with, the environment I'm into.
Yeah,
I There's a lot of judgment too when you first started selling, especially because my Instagram started to get more followers before YouTube.
yeah,
At the time, I wanted to market myself as a fitness model because I am very enthusiastic about fitness.
yeah.
So I come across with a lot of people saying, you're a professional, like you're
Mm,
selling people's houses, you shouldn't be posting bikini photos. And
mm, mm.
so I'm like, okay, so how do you really like digest that? Like, do I take down my photos? Like, how do I market myself? So
Yeah.
I was in a certain periods of time, especially when real estate gets really difficult, that was hard for me to market myself because I was
Mm,
doubting myself too. I didn't know if I can be successful. I didn't know if I have the courage to keep calling on the phone.
mm.
um I do, but those hate or those doubt from people who doesn't believe in me, it kind of turned into a motivation for me
Mm.
later on. So it
Yep.
really kept me going. So I'll give you a story where my first brokerage, I actually went back there 2 months ago. The place where I was a rental agent, I
Hmm.
went back this time after 2 years,
Yep.
not as a rental agent, but as a listing agent.
Okay.
So
Wow.
one of my older coworker, he was the buyer agent of a deal that he brought a buyer. I was
Hmm.
the seller agent. So for those of you guys don't know, in real estate,
Yep.
usually a seller agent, a listing agent, it takes about 4 to 6 years to become a listing agent because
Yeah.
they are more experienced. It's
Sure.
harder to have people trusting you to sell their house versus a first-time home buyer, first investor. They're just like, oh, I'm going to pick this agent. He's just opening the door for me. So
Yeah.
that comes
Okay.
with, the listing side and the buyer side.
Mm.
So
Some
I went
credentials.
back there. Yeah, and it felt great because, people look at me like, oh, she's back now, but this time
Mm.
she's the listing agent. So I
Yeah.
talked about it on my channel as well. So definitely that helps me. That's kind of a motivation for me. But
Mm.
deep down, I think it happened because also at that period of time, I was broke. I don't have a second option.
Mm.
That's why I recommend agents, if you are a part-time agent, save
Hmm.
up, try to be a full-time agent,
Yeah.
because you have to really want it. You have to be fully committed. If you are half committed, the other half you're like, I can go back to my old job, everything will be fine, you will never be successful. Because I'm a
Mm.
living example of, I have to do this thing, I have to put in all I have, and that's how I get to where I am right now.